I keep telling y'all, if you step back and observe, people show you and tell you who they are. Sunday, when we all found out about Kobe Bryant's death, his daughter's death, and other seven passengers, I noticed something on social media. Now, at first, Allison Morris, we all peeped at the racism she showed. But what transpired after and all up until now, I called it, and I'm going to keep calling it, and I'm going to brag a little bit. I've been doing these videos for 10 years now. And the very first video, I know I mentioned this in my other video, but there are people who will just find on my channel. The very first video I did was based on a white woman lying and said that she's attacked by a fictitious black woman. And I remember the vitriol online from white women, gay black men, and some white men. Now, at that time, I don't know if brothers just was staying away from it, YouTube, or they just didn't want to get into that conversation. But I kept saying to myself, look, I know we got some sisters in our community that does some questionable things, but that's not something that a black woman would do, throw a chemical in a white woman's face. And this is what she said to black women, supposedly said, hey, pretty lady, and poof. They don't sound no black woman would say that. But the media bought into it. They believed it immediately. Oprah Winfrey believed it immediately. She's ready to fly this chick out to Chicago the following day. Go look it up. And I'm watching the media reaction. It wasn't just, they went around the globe. People was donating her money and everything. People forget that case. At least those who want to pretend like it didn't exist. And so I did my very first YouTube commentary about it. And I said, look, that don't sound like something a black female would do. I think she's lying. I got so many people coming to my channel. You nigga, you this and that. You need to die. This with YouTube was the wild, wild west at one point. And I responded, and telling you back, I should respond to all the comments. And I'm like, you mother, son. So I said, you guys believe everything that these white women saying. So I don't know, this white reporter saw my video or he had the same thought. He questioned it because it didn't sound right to him. And if you go back and look at the images of Beverly Starro, and anybody's wearing glasses or goggles, know when you splash liquid in a person's face, it's going to be all over your eyelids, your eyes, you might get in your eyes, it's going to be in your ears, in your neck. And it was no signs of splatter. It was like somebody put glasses on and rubbed it around her face. So the guy posed that question, and the other people in the media started to say, wait a minute, that is true. And then she had to come out and admit that she lied. And I never forget her parents did a press conference in front of their house. Now, they didn't apologize to the black community or black women. They apologized to the people with silly money. So they told her what kind of background she came from. In that year, if I remember correctly, there was a lot of cases where white women was accusing black men of crimes, and come to find out, just like the previous year in '09 and '08, when they was going out the line saying that black men were out here doing these things, it wasn't true. And I remember seeing a lot of people take those videos down. And that's why I never got into this black man, black woman thing, because I know that people outside of our community, in particular a certain group of people or a particular gender, would do everything in their power to try to divide us. I remember seeing a bunch of white women put up videos on YouTube about black men and white women, just trying to get black women started. And a lot of the brothers like, yo, we ain't looking at them the way they think we looking at them. If we see an attractive woman, we acknowledge it. There's some of us who have been intimate with them or dated them, but you notice we said we did date them and were intimate with them in the past. Because they either said or did something that gave us pause. And a lot of us were warned by our families, a lot of us wasn't warned by our families. And I told y'all in videos when I was younger, even though I was aware of racism, I was still on that kumbaya stuff because the stuff they keep saying today about Gen X and millennials, they were saying the same thing about Generation X, excuse me. They were saying that we are the future. We don't have the hang-ups that our parents and grandparents had. They even said the same thing about our parents to a certain degree. The flower power that showed the baby boomers, they see the world, and they're going to keep doing that until we as human beings get it right. But we're so petty and evil with each other at times. But anyways, those experiences I had was eye-opening because they was bold and blunt. I've worked with them, gone to school with them, had them as my employees, served in the military with them. And the thing is, even though all of them don't have that mindset to be evil and racist and conniving, it's still a large number of them are. A large number of them conditioned to think the world revolves around them. They don't listen to nobody. They want to have that same power and authority that their men think they have. I've told y'all in various videos that when I've done videos, I've called white people out, not just white people, white women particularly in my videos. Because a lot of the crap that gets started, it usually starts with a white female. Now, if you're a white female and this is not you, let it roll. Sit back and just listen. Because even deep down, you know that some white females out here are treacherous. For years, members of the black community have been saying, yo, they lying. Thank God to technology called it we can videotape. Well, I mean, not videotape, record audio and sound. Y'all have seen too many videos within the last decade of white women going overboard, lying, getting caught lying, getting in fights, exaggerating events. You see white women on TV say things, whether they news anchors, reporters, talking heads. And as black people, we got to understand, know our history. Like you say, know your history. Because a lot of the pain and suffering that we experience in life usually come from our interactions with racist white women. I'm not saying that racist white men don't have a part, but usually white women trigger this. And I'm going to say this again to those of you who are white and female. I said racist. Now, if you're truly not racist, this shouldn't offend you. But if it offends you, that means deep down, you know what I'm saying is true. Too many black men, too many black boys have gone to an early grave, or livelihoods or reputations were destroyed because they didn't give in to her advances, or they didn't jump when they say jump. We can't keep denying history. We can't keep denying that a lot of the pain that our communities and families have incurred is being caused of the white female. They are quick. Everybody believes them. The world stops for them. They think they the end all be all. Whether you in the south or north or east or west, they all have that same arrogant ass personality. They think when you see them, they think your dick gonna get hard for them. I've seen attractive white women, and I'm like, okay. And I kept moving. They want you to speak to them first. They want you to jump out of their way when they walk down the street or down the hallway. And when you don't, they look at you and they get belligerent. They get white woman belligerent. They get arrogant. They like to put their hands in your face. They like to look for somebody to come and fight their battles for them, and then they go away and like they miss innocent. I watch enough TV, watch enough movies, watch enough politics to know better. I had them as teachers. They used to say all kinds of things to us when we were kids and stuff that today kids ain't gonna and parents ain't gonna go for. They've done everything they power to miseducate us, to discourage us. But we always look at the man. And we should look at him, but his woman is whispering or yelling behind him. If you go back and look at them old black and white films, and the thing is, that's not that long ago in the grand scheme of things. A lot of those people are still alive. White women was getting on camera, yelling and shouting the word nigger, die, you go home, encouraging their sons and boyfriends and husbands go out and attack and everything. And when black people pointed out, you guys are accusing us of being racist, but you don't understand racism because this ain't real racism. When you do talk about racism, people they gonna believe you because you saying this is racist. This is the deflection thing they do. Now I say all that because the other day when we got the horrible news that Kobe Bryant and his daughter was killed in a tragic helicopter accident along with 7 others. Allison Morris was the first one to slip up and say something she shouldn't have said and gave a lame ass reasoning behind it. But then you find out that comic Ari whatever his name is, was doing a video, was happy that Kobe died. But then I noticed on social media, a large number of Caucasian women were saying a lot of horrible things about Kobe and his daughter and those who were paying their respects to him. And they brought a lot of things about the color of his skin. So when I did my commentary, I said, don't y'all notice that? But then all of a sudden you start seeing a domino effect in a large number of Caucasian women. Then you start seeing in the media, they was doing stories. They brought about the rape allegation. But a lot of people tend to forget that case, what transpired. This is why I was so frustrated with Black America, how we threw Cosby on the bus or left him out there hanging, because women that was accused, their stories was not credible. They gave different versions of the story. Wherever they went was different. When they was in front of Don Lemon, Inside Edition, when they did the hit piece on Cosby, when they was out doing other interviews with the Today Show, I just kept saying, what version of the story we supposed to believe? And then some of the women who said they didn't interact with Cosby found out they were lying. But the media didn't say, you know what, these women were lying. They said, we get raised gold. We're finally taking down at least one of America's favorite dads. I had Tom Arnold, who's married to Roseanne, come to my Twitter trying to tell me what Beverly Johnson is Black. You think she's lying? And I said, yeah, everybody thinks she's lying. We remember Beverly Johnson had a reputation. When I was a kid, everybody knew her reputation. See, people tend to think that some of us are dumb and coward, that we're not bright enough to pick up on things. The media quickly assumed that these white women were telling the truth. And he had Gloria Allred and Lisa Bloom come out, 2 other white women. So now when I from that and those other incidents of Black men over the years, to see this with Kobe Bryant, you recognize it. You know the signs, you know the words, you know the tone. But thanks to one of my subs, I found out that a Pennsylvania senator by the name of Katie Muth, or Muth, or was that Muth, whatever it is, did the same thing that Abigail Disney did, and Evan Rachel Wood went on social media and said Kobe Bryant is a rapist. Now, mind you, never went to trial. The so-called victim, come to find out, that she was easy like Sunday morning. Y'all don't talk about that. And the timing, they don't want people to, and what it is, these women don't like the idea of a black man getting that kind of praise, not just in the United States, but globally. Remember, they did this to Prince, they did this to Michael Jackson. They had to go find some nigga. Eddie Griffin said, he said, they don't let us leave here clean. This man wasn't even dead 2 hours. And you had people on social media going in on him. But you got women who are in privileged positions. And then they try to hide behind, well, I was a victim. Okay, you were a victim. But does that give you the right to victimize other people?
So, just leave me alone.
You get mad at that person that victimized you. You be an advocate, but don't be insensitive. Don't have blinders on. And this chick is a Democratic state senator from Pennsylvania. Now, if you notice, a lot of these women who are yelling are on the left. Since the Democratic candidate's been running for office, a lot of these politicians and these talking heads have said some sensitive things. See, this is why I told y'all, stop lining yourself up with the left or right. That the left have taken advantage of us, have used us, have manipulated us, and have been our enemies right in front of us. It's a reason why Kathy Bates, Angela Lansbury, and some other prominent, well-known white women are clapping back at the Me Too movement too, because they know they went too far. But the Me Too movement or Time's Up or just the women's movement, they realize that they got to bring it back and make us the boogeyman. Here it is. There have been white men who've been accused multiple times, have been caught in questionable behavior, questionable situations, who have displayed questionable and downright dangerous behaviors. But then when they die or something happens to them, their past is not constantly brought up. This buck-tooth bitch right here, she gonna sit there and say, Kobe Bryant is a rapist. White women under the belief, and some black women, but mostly white women, every woman that's come across is credible. No. Given the history of white America or around the globe, you gotta call that crap out. Emmett Till is forever going to be stuck at the age of 14 because of a white woman who still here is alive. And it came out 3 years ago that she lied. Immediately she should have been taken to jail. Or somebody should have lullabied her ass. Yeah, I said it. She participated and started. Well, the little boy lost his life. His mother went to her grave just heartbroken. There have been cities, there have been neighborhoods that have been destroyed because of a white female hatred. You don't see black women getting out here when white men die who've said and done things questionable. You don't see them going online doing this. You don't see black celebrities doing this. But if there's a black man is accused, all bets are off. One of these days, we as a community are going to start calling them out. And I see some sisters online now doing commentary, starting to call this shit out. And these sisters, now they start to see what black men have been saying. We're not cahoots with these white females. You may see a few brothers married to some, but that don't mean that those brothers are amen or those white women are engaged in this behavior. But because others have done stuff, we projected it on them. And if a brother does go out there and say some outside of his mouth, black men are quick to come out and call him out for it. But the sisters, y'all stood next to them, walk with them. Y'all figured y'all issues are their issues. No. Look what they did to Tamika Mallory. She and them other sisters led the women's movement, made a global thing. And then what they do 2 years later, She's anti-Semitic. She hates white people. These women think the world revolves. They think they most desire. No. When they reach a certain age, they start coming into our community, start coming around us, or they go on these trips to the Jamaica, Bahamas, trying to hook up with brothers. We know it. When Leah Dunn and Amy Schumer put that shit on Odell Beckham Jr., black men, we came out and said, yo, we ain't doing this with them. They mad that the brother didn't throw the penis in their direction. I had a co-worker pull her pants and underwear down in front of me because she thought that black men lust after white women. And I just kept on working. And guess what? I didn't have a moment's peace after that. This is why when I hear about them running away with older men or getting kidnapped, I'm suspicious. Allison Mack ran a sex cult. And you'll hear none of these white women will come out talking about Kobe Bryant or Bill Cosby or R. Kelly, whomever, Chris Brown, whomever, say anything about that. They don't talk about the white teachers that screw these kids, especially best friend with little black boys. It killed me how Rose McGowan and Elizabeth Milano and all of them back in the 90s, 80s and 90s and early 2000s were posing on magazines and going on the internet and they sex tapes or pictures got uploaded to the internet without their knowledge. Come on. If you type in Rose McGowan pictures, you say, how these pictures go to the internet? Look what she's doing, where she's at. Remember, Rose McGowan, they was going after come by, she was a druggie. They caught her trying to smuggle drugs on a plane. And all of a sudden she said, uh-oh, I gotta go change direction. I gotta go and jump on something that's easy to do and nobody would never question. This women's movement, women's right, Me Too times up thing. Old girl that plays Supergirl, they got images and video of her having sex. I kid you not. Yet they want to come out and say, I'm a victim. Yeah, okay, fine. But y'all took this movement on black men. Kobe Bryant is dead. He can't defend himself. His widow and surviving children are in pain. Now, if we're going to use the logic that these women are using, next time a funeral procession go past, don't respect it, because we don't know that people was good or bad. Next time a mass shooting happened or a terrorist attack happened, don't send your prayers and condolences. Sit there and say, you know what? I'm not going to send my prayers and condolences to somebody I don't know because they could have been bad. I'm pretty sure when those Twin Towers came down, or at the Pentagon or in Pennsylvania, somebody in those buildings or those planes had hatred towards black folk or anti-woman or have had done questionable things in their lives. But y'all say, there's no time, we got to respect the dead. But y'all don't respect our dead. Senator Katie Muth, you're a racist. And the opportunities. Here it is. This man ain't been dead a week. And y'all said, you know he's a rapist. And the media is giving them cover. So it tells you about white supremacy. But it's also very telling about insensitive and rotten white women can be. Now, I know y'all gonna say, it's not me. And I've said in countless videos that I don't talk in absolutes. But y'all gotta prove to me otherwise. I mean, yeah, there are white people, white women that did right by me when we came down to business, as far as, having paperwork and doing those things. I give them that. I'm not gonna indict everybody. I don't like when people indict my people. But you can't run away from history. You just can't. Since Sunday, we've seen nothing but hatred come from what? A particular group of women. You've seen that one white dude, so-called Jewish, do what he did, but the rest of the hate white women. Why y'all call it Kobe hero? Why y'all honor him? Men and women die every day in the armed forces, but y'all all of a sudden y'all will pull the military out. Y'all think that we're stupid. Y'all think that we're not aware of what y'all doing and what y'all saying. I'm gonna leave a link to what she said, but you gotta admit that it's a pattern. This is why I still talk about Bill Cosby, because a large number of white women, right along with Gloria Allred and Lisa Bloom, lied. They manipulated the court of public opinion. And right now, you women, and in a way I'm kind of, I got mixed feelings about this. Y'all showing our women once for all that we've been on point. We've been trying to warn them about how some of y'all get down. I guarantee you, if it was a white basketball player or a white baseball, football player was popular, and black folks start bringing up they transgressions or alleged transgressions, you guys be in an uproar, demanding they get fired. And I want to remind y'all, all these women so far are leaning to the left. I'm not sure about Allison Morris. Evan Rachel Wood, Abigail Disney, and the Senator Katie Muth, or Marth, whatever her name is, last name, what's the last name? They're all leaning to the left. Alyssa Milano, Rose McGowan, they lean to the left. Think about it for a second, folks.